This meeting is being recorded.
Hi, everyone. So welcome to the MRC meeting, 15th of April, 2023. My God, March, sorry about that. I want to be past April. So, okay, March the 15th, 2023. Welcome, everyone. This meeting is being recorded for Facebook, on Facebook. So we will continue and say hi, Doug.
How are you?
Good, you?
Good, thank you.
So we'll go with the presents. Corey Spence. Carl Mayers. Brent Orr. Alain Gagnon, absent. Suzanne Pinon. Donald Gagnon. Edward Walsh. Christine Francard. Jean-Louis Corriveau. Terry Lafleur. Gary Ladouceur, qui remplace la maire de Mansfield parce que Sandra Armstrong remplace Madame Toller comme préfète. Lynn Cameron. Doug is present. Bill McCleary. Doris Ranger. Colleen Larivière. Karen Kelly. Karen's not here for now. Okay. So I don't see nobody here to represent her. Madame Odette Godin. Kim Lesage. Annie Vaillancourt.
Présente.
Par Zoom.
Oui.
Allô, Annie.
Allô.
Travis Ladouceur. Natacha Guillemette. Julien Gagnon. Par Zoom.
Oui, présent.
Merci. Colleen Jones. Guillaume Boudreau, ici. Absent. Et Jason Durand. Merci. I should have said opening of the meeting. And I need somebody to move the resolution. And this is for the TNO. So Councillor Gagnon is opening the meeting. I did say that this is recording, sitting on Facebook. And then I'll read the declaration of the use of the language. Je rappelle l'importance pour les membres du conseil régional et les autres participants à la séance de s'exprimer librement dans la langue de leur choix. Au besoin, il y aura la présence sur place d'une ressource de la MRC pour assurer une traduction. I'd like to reiterate the importance for regional council members or participants in the sitting to express themselves freely in the language of their choice. If necessary, a resource of the MRC will be available to ensure the translation. Déclaration de la préfète, statement by the warden. Nous sommes élus par les gens du Pontiac pour les représenter au mieux de nos capacités. Ils s'attendent à ce que nous menions nos réunions d'une manière professionnelle. J'écouterai très attentivement les débats et les discussions de cette réunion. Et si j'entends des paroles négatives ou des critiques à l'égard de quelqu'un d'autre, j'arrêterai la réunion et demanderai à cette personne de s'excuser. Je vous remercie. The Warden's Declaration of Decorum. We are elected by the people of Pontiac to represent them to the best of our ability. They expect us to conduct our meetings in a professional and business-like manner. I will be listening very carefully to the debate and discussion in this meeting, and if I hear any words of negativity or criticism of anyone else, I will stop the meeting and ask that person to apologize. Thank you. I will need somebody to move this resolution and reading and adaptation of the agenda. So that's Councillor Godin. All those in favors, opposed, and carried. So point 6, declaration of interest or conflict. Anyone? So point 7, adaptation of the minutes of the last sitting. I need somebody to move that resolution. Councillor Walsh. And I should say all those in favors, opposed, and carried. Any questions from the public on the TNO? Any questions? Neither. Annie Veillancourt pour les comptes payés.
Oui. Fait que pour le TNO, dans le dernier mois, on a encore des comptes recevables pour 173 781,57. So in the receivables for the TNO, it's the same as last month. It's an amount from the Ministry of Natural Resources for work done on roads. So that's in the process. We're just waiting on that to come in. And then in our expenses, there was a total of $58,479.05. We paid a bill to our auditors of $8,450. And then there were shares and services paid to the MRC. So that was about $49,000 altogether. And our 2 visas that we have for the TNO were gas expenses. One was $172 and the other one was $91.97.
C'est tout, Annie?
Oh, oui, merci.
Merci beaucoup. I would need the resolution move by a councillor, Christine Francard. Councillor Francard. All those in favor? Opposed and carried. Point 11, Kim Lesage and Julien Gagnon.
Oui, donc en fait, c'est l'adoption du rapport annuel pour le schéma de couverture de risque. Donc, c'est le rapport annuel de schéma de couverture de risque, en fait, c'est un regroupement de toutes les actions. C'est un rapport qu'on envoie au ministère de la Sécurité publique. So, the adoption of the annual report for the fire safety cover plan is a report dictating all the actions we have to complete as for the fire safety cover plan. All 18 municipalities must complete this report, and including the TNO. So we have all 30 actions listed in this report. We simply need to adopt it and send it to the Ministry of Public Security by the 31st of March each year for the prior year. So this is a report for 2022 for the TNO. And although the TNO doesn't have a fire department, we still have some actions to complete. One of them being, as an example, the verification of smoke alarms in camps and cottages as required by the fire safety cover plan. So this resolution before you is to adopt this report for transmission to the ministry.
So I need a councillor for the resolution. Terry. All those in favor? Opposed and carried. Closing of the sitting. Oh, sorry. Improvement of Jim Lake Road, Jason Durand.
Oui, bonsoir tout le monde. Good evening, everybody. As you know, Jim's Lake Road is one of our main roads when it comes to the bushland, to have access to a bushland in the Pontiac. Donc, comme vous savez, le chemin du Jim, c'est un de nos chemins principaux importants, majeurs dans le Pontiac, là, lorsque vient avoir accès au territoire forestier. Donc, comme vous savez, le chemin du Jim, il y a quand même eu de l'argent dans les dernières années, quand même non négligeable, de façon non négligeable. Par contre, on sait qu'il y a encore des portions là, qui laissent à désirer lorsque ça vient temps à la surface de roulement. Donc, as I was saying, as you know, there's been a lot of money that was put in on the Jims Lake Road in the last few years. However, we know as well that there's still parts that need a bit of TLC, we can say there on that road, especially the northern part. So the ministry have a new program this year. It started last year actually, but it's a 50-50 program. So in other words, we will apply for this program and we're willing to put $100,000. So hoping that the ministry will be able to put the same amount. Donc, on va faire le ministère, comme je disais, un nouveau programme 50-50 là, en lien justement avec la mise en valeur du territoire, accès au territoire. Donc, on va appliquer à ce programme-là. Donc, on va mettre 100 000 en espérant que le ministère puisse contribuer puis mettre le même montant. Donc, la résolution à soir, c'est pour avoir le droit là, de signer les documents en lien avec le protocole, puis en même temps aussi d'approuver le montant de 100 000 du fonds TNO. Donc, in other words, the resolution today is to permit to have the signing rights when it comes to the protocol, the agreement protocol, as well as accepting we've spent $100,000 from our TNO budget. Merci. Résolution dans le fond.
I need a councillor to, thanks Bill McClary from Shawville, councillor. And, well, sorry, all those in favor? Opposed and carried. So Bill, merci beaucoup. So at 6:41, we close the meeting. I need a move by someone. Colleen. Meeting of TNO now close. And all those in favor of closing and opposed and carried. Thank you. I just want to advise everyone, Mr. Robert Wills is here to replace Karen from Thorn. So it is now 6:43. 6:43. We'll open the meeting of the Council of Mayors at the Pontiac MRC. Like I said before, I'm replacing Mrs. Toller, so the warden. My name is Sandra Armstrong, and we will open, and the presents are the same. Just to let you know that I just said Mr. Robert Wilms is replacing Mayor Karen Kelly from Thorn. So I need a resolution. Gary, let's start. All those in favor? Opposed? And carried. Just recording of the sitting in Facebook Live. So I will reread the declaration of the language. Je rappelle l'importance pour les membres du conseil régional et les autres participants à la séance de s'exprimer librement dans la langue de leur choix. Au besoin, il y aura la présence sur place d'une ressource de la MRC pour assurer une traduction. I'd like to reiterate the importance for regional council members and other participants in the sitting to express themselves freely in the language of their choice. If necessary, a resource of the MRC will be available to ensure the translation. Déclaration de la préfète, statement by the warden, Decorium. Nous sommes élus par les gens du Pontiac pour les représenter au mieux de nos capacités. Ils s'attendent à ce que nous menions nos réunions d'une manière professionnelle. J'écouterai très attentivement les débats et les discussions de cette réunion. Et si j'entends des paroles négatives ou des critiques à l'égard de quelqu'un d'autre, j'arrêterai la réunion et demanderai à cette personne de s'excuser. Je vous remercie. The Warden's Declaration of Decorum. We are elected by the people of the Pontiac to represent them to the best of our ability. They expect us to conduct our meetings in a professional and business-like manner. I will be listening very carefully to debate and discussion in this meeting. And if I hear any words of negativity or criticism of anyone else, I will stop the meeting and ask that person to apologize. Thank you very much. Lecture et adaptation de l'ordre du jour, reading and adaptation of the agenda. We have 2 points to add to this agenda, and I'll let Kim explain.
So with your permission, we'd like to add 2 points. The first one is for me to sign with the notary sales per tax in the municipality of Thorn. And the second one is for our lawyer, Deveau Associé, to represent the MRC at the Tribunal Administratif du Québec for a request for a revision of land taxes. And that's going to be held in April, that court date.
So I need approval from everyone in this change. Okay, so there's nobody opposed and we carried. Is there any more change? Usually we need to send it by email, but is there any more change? Everybody's okay? Declaration of interest or conflicts on this agenda? No. Adaptation of the minutes of the last sitting? Yes, you good? I was looking, I was thinking about something else actually. Sorry. I'm not used all to this show, you know, people. All those in favor? Yeah, oppose and carried. Warden's report, so that will be next month. Mrs. Toller is out of town and she will give you all the information in the next meeting. We'll do a table round to see any announcements or events, des annonces ou événements dans chaque municipalité. Use your mic, please. Don't forget to use your mics.
Hello, Corey Spence, Mayor Ida Zalimet. March 18th, disco skating at the Upper Pontiac Sports Complex. This upcoming Saturday, brought to you by West Pontiac Connects. March 23rd is having the ever popular Young at Heart Bingo. March 26th, pancake breakfast by Chapeau Lions Club. And there's a couple of family hockey tournaments sprinkled in between there. So check out the Upper Pontiac Sports Complex website for more details. That's it.
Hello, Suzanne Dubois from representing Campbell's Bay. Well, we have a lot of Irishmen planning on partying on Friday, so there's lots of parties going on. The Junction Restaurant have a party starting at 6:30 with live music. The Legion have a party, but taking place at the RA Center, which is now available, by the way. The CISO doesn't lease it anymore, so it's available for parties. That takes place Friday, starting at 1 p.m. Then we have the Lions also have a kitchen party taking place on the 25th of March. A little bit more Irish stuff going on there as well. Then the Lions have a duck race, which is their biggest popular fundraiser for the year, with a barbecue on the 8th of April. And tickets are available from any of the Lions Club members. And then we finally get to have a football on May the 6th, which we haven't had one for 3 years. So, and that's about it for Campbell's Bay.
Pauline Larvier, Mayor of Leachfield. So we are together for the Campbell's Bay Leachfield Fireman's Ball. No, that's good. May the 6th. Looking forward to it. Also, just to mention, there is registration for the soccer. The soccer teams Wednesday and Thursday, March 29th and 30th. from 6:30 to 8 p.m. and it's going to be held at the RA Center. So any little kids that would be interested in registering for soccer, that's the time to do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brent Orr, Mayor Bristol. We are eagerly awaiting spring's arrival next Tuesday. Thank you.
Ed Welsh, Mayor for Clarendon. It's being held in Chauvel, but the Lions are looking after it. It's at the Chauvel Arena. It's from March 30th to April 1st is the Flying Elbows hockey tournament. So it's some pretty good competitive hockey and stuff like that. So if you're looking for something to do, it's March 30th to April 1st at the bar, and that'll be open upstairs. So come down, have a beverage, and enjoy some hockey.
Bill from Shawville. In conjunction with our 150th, we're trying to have one major event every month. So March 18th, we're having our Irish stew supper, which luckily is sold out. There will be horse rides in the afternoon. We don't know yet if it's going to be a sleigh or a wagon. It depends on how much mud there is or how deep the snow is. And public skating at 6 o'clock. The horse ride, I believe, will start at 3. The next event that happens before our next public meeting is our Easter tea on April 1st. I believe it's at 1 o'clock at the United Church Hall. So that's about it for Shawville.
Gary Ladisser, maire suppléant de Mansfield. Pour le mois de mars, c'est pas mal complété, mais le mois d'avril, lundi, le 10 avril au Patro, de 1h à 4h, il va y avoir beaucoup d'activités. Il va y avoir un dîner aux crêpes, sirop d'érable fait drette là. Il y a une petite panne qu'on peut pogner du poisson. Il y a une chasse au trésor. 5 $ pour les adultes, puis 2 $ pour les enfants. Aussi, je peux. Mansfield Fort-Coulonge, la dernière fin de semaine de l'Arena, il y a aussi un gros tournoi 3 contre 3. Il y a une levée de fonds. C'est la fin de semaine 6, 7, 8. C'est pas mal ça.
Christine Francard, maire de Fort-Coulonge. Au Café Downtown, nous allons avoir, ils vont fêter la Saint-Patrick, mais pour 2 soirs, vendredi et samedi. Des musiciens différents les 2 soirs. Donc, tout le monde est bienvenu. Puis, ils vont aussi avoir le 14 avril, encore au Café Downtown, A Night of Comedy. C'est présenté par les Drags de Downtown. C'est tout.
Hi there, Terry from Otter Lake. I believe Scooter's Bar and Grill, so a new restaurant in Otter Lake, will be doing something special for St. Paddy's Day as well. And we might end up in Campbell's Bay pretty well. Road tour. As well on Sunday, March 26th, there is at 1 p.m. a fundraiser bingo put on by the Bumblebee Club for the Splash Pad. So come out and get your bingo fix. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Odette Gunn, Waltham. I don't believe there's anybody alive in Waltham. There's nothing going on.
Lynn from Portage to Fort. It's very quiet in our end too. Thank you.
Carl, Mary, Lean and Kaywood, starting Tuesday, I think it's the 21st. They're going to start teaching karate at the Bethany Hall Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think it's $45 a month, all ages.
Good evening, Doris Ranger, Sheenborough. Not a lot going on there, but I just want to remind everyone, if they're interested in snowmobiling, the trails are very good in the mountains starting from Sheenborough. Thank you.
Jean-Louis Corriveau, maire de l'île du Grand Calmet. Il n'y a pas rien comme c'est là à l'île ce mois-ci. Merci.
Robert Wills for Thorn. People are alive there, but there's not a lot going on right now, unfortunately.
Donnie Gagno, Chichester. St. Patrick's Day in Chichester, George's Bar. Live music. Everybody's welcome. Wear your green. Okay. Oh, yeah. Refreshments.
Période de questions publiques, public question period. Is there any question? Oh, hi, Doug. Sorry, we forgot you for 1 second and a half, Doug.
Oh, that's all right. Rabbits as well. Shem's pretty quiet too.
Okay, yeah. Spring's coming everywhere, so that's why.
Yes, you're right.
So we're going back to the question period, and there's no question from the public. Electronic question, we had a few questions. They were mostly addressed to Mrs. Stoller, to the warden. She will be back for next month, and she would gladly answer your questions. So that's that for that. And period 12 is administration, general administration, administration générale, and Madame Kinassange.
The first point is for our collective agreement. Notre premier point est la résolution pour notre convention collective pour les employés syndiqués de la MRC Pontiac pour 2022 à 2026. Nous allons avoir une résolution. So the resolution considering the agreement that was reached between the MRC and the syndicat de la fonction publique et parapublique du Québec. That's the bargaining unit for the MRC. Regarding the 2022-2026 collective agreement, it would be proposed to adopt the collective agreement and also to authorize myself, Director General, to sign for and in the name of the MRC.
So I need a resolution move. OD. Odette, Mayor Odette Godin. And all those in favors, opposed, and carried. (12.2) Appui de résolution 2022 RAG 403. Okay, I'm reading your.
Okay. It's a resolution for support, une résolution d'appui pour la MRC de la vallée de la Gatineau. Puis c'est concernant la création d'un district judiciaire pour la vallée et désigner un palais de justice de Maniwaki comme le chef-lieu pour ce district. This resolution is to support a resolution by the MRC de la vallée de la Gatineau to create a judicial district for the valley and by designating the Maniwaki courthouse as their chief location for that district.
I need a resolution and support. My farm. All those in favors? Opposed? And carried. 12.3 support resolution from, I'll let Kim tell you.
And this is a second support resolution of support for le MRC de la vallée de la Gatineau. Et c'est pour une demande du ministère de la Santé et des Services sociaux pour avoir des ressources additionnelles allouées à la couverture pré-hospitalière en Outaouais. This is a request, again, a resolution of support for the MRC de la vallée de la Gatineau, and is to request the Ministère de la Santé et des Services sociaux, so the health minister, to allocate some additional resources to pre-hospital coverage in the Outaouais.
So I need a move a resolution. Christian. All those in favor? Oppose? And carried. 12.4 is demande à Hydro-Québec sous station de Waltham, request to Hydro-Québec Waltham substation. So because of the problems we had in February, Chichester, Sheenborough, Waltham, L'Île aux Alumettes, am I forgetting? Parts of Mansfield. Corey was the host of a meeting with people from Hydro-Québec, and we are requesting a new substation in Waltham. I need somebody to move the resolution. Corey. All those in favor? Oppose? And carried. 13.1 Oh, yeah, excuse, what we added is 12.5. So sales for tax, and I guess it's Kim.
This resolution that we added for sales tax, c'est une résolution pour une vente aux enchères qui nécessite une résolution qui autorise le DG et ou la préfète à signer l'acte de vente final qui a été préparé par le notaire. So this item is a past sales auction that requires a resolution authorizing the DG or the warden to sign the deed prepared by the notary. And this is for sales in Thorn.
Moved by Mayor Gagnon. And all those in favor? Opposed and carried. Kim will present point 6, dossier TAC.
Cette résolution, c'est pour pour que nos avocats représentent la MRC pour un dossier qui s'en va au tribunal administratif du Québec. This resolution for a hearing that is set for April 2023 within the context of a recourses for the Tribunal Administratif du Québec, the TAC, for 4 files that pertain to the 2022-2024 role in the municipality of Île-aux-Allumettes. And it would be proposed that the firm DeVaux Avocat represents the MRC and undertake the required steps in this regard, and according with the costs that are stipulated in the agreement that we currently have with DeVaux Avocat. And also authorizing myself, the Director General, to sign the documents that giving effect to this resolution.
I need a person to move. Brentor, Mayor Brentor. And all those in favor? Opposed and carried. 13, finances, and Annie Vaillancourt.
Okay, so for the MRC for this month, the accounts receivables are sitting at $2,144,753.72, which have all the loans in there, the business loans, and there's also the first bill that was sent to the municipalities for shares. We have a list of accounts payables, and that's $304,810.75. We have, our monthly bill to Relevéval for the assessment contract. So that's $93,927. We also have some invoices to pay PG Solution, $16,842. There was some expenses in the PADF, also our contracts with the inspectors. They do inspections across the Pontiac. So we have a bill for $23,000, a few bills totaling $23,844.66. Plus a whole other ones, but those were the higher amounts. We also have a list of all the checks that we paid. So those were $226,291.16. So mostly here we'll have like grants that were paid out through the FRR stream 2. Also, all the fines that were collected through 2022 were all distributed to the municipalities. And then we have all of our utility bills, Hydro-Quebec, and our phone and then the last one is the council travel expenses for the month of February were $836.92.
Yes, I would need the mayor to move the resolution. Doris, Mayor Ganger. All those in favor? Opposed and carried. Kim Lesage will present point 14, Développement économique.
In the absence of our economic development director, Guillaume, I will present the budget for the FRR volet 2 for approval. En l'absence du directeur du développement économique, Guillaume Boudreau, je vais présenter pour adopter notre budget pour le FRR volet 2. Fait que le FRR, c'est avec le ministère des Affaires municipales. C'est le Fonds de région et ruralité volet 2 qu'on reçoit, puis c'est un montant de 1 546 805 $. Alors, il faut adopter ce budget ce soir. So we have an agreement relating to the Fonds Région Ruralité volet 2. So it's a support for local and regional development with the MAMASH, the Ministry of Municipal Affairs. And it's required by them for us to adopt that volet 2 budget. For the year 2023, we have $1,546,805. And the regional council has looked over the proposed expenses for that money, and the way that we are going to divide it is there's 720,649. So 46.6% of it would be for pre-engaged projects. 73,000, so 4.7% are for agreements. 140, so 9% for regional management, and then the balance of 40%, which is 613,155 for projects that will be engaged over the year. And that's a total budget of $1,546,805. So that's engaging 100% of the budget that we're given by the MAMASH. We need a resolution to adopt that.
Mayor Christine Francoeur will adopt. All those in favor? Opposed? And carried. Point 15 is Kim Lesage and Julien Gagnon.
Yes, good evening again, everybody. So as we did for the TNO sitting, nous avons encore une fois le rapport annuel de schéma de couverture de risque pour la MRC de Pontiac. So we have the resolution that is adopting the annual report for the fire safety cover plan, which again is all the actions, the 30 actions as required annually by the fire safety cover plan also includes the MRC, and of the 30 actions, a little less than half, I believe 12 actions must be completed by the MRC on an annual basis. So we are adopting this annual report indicating that we have completed these actions, and this report is sent to the Ministry of Public Security along with the resolution for adoption at the ministry.
Merci, Julien.
Merci.
C'est pas terminé?
Non, c'est beau. Merci. C'est tout.
Merci beaucoup. So we would need a resolution moved. Ed Walsh, Mayor Ed Walsh. All those in favors? Opposed? And carried. Regional infrastructure, Kim Lesage.
In accordance with our budget for the PPJ bike path, we have reserved a certain amount of money, and we're proposing to submit a financial request to the Ministry of Transportation of Quebec for their program Vélos 3 for the maintenance of the PPJ bike path for the year 2023-2024. And this would be a resolution that's needed to apply for this program, and we will apply for a $200,000 project, which we're asking for half of the funding, so $100,000 of funding. La résolution, c'est pour faire une demande d'aide financière au ministère des Transports du Québec pour le programme Vélos 3 pour l'entretien de la piste cyclable PPJ pour l'année en cours. Puis on a besoin d'une résolution du Conseil des maires pour appliquer pour cette subvention.
I need this resolution move. Monsieur Ladouceur, Gary Ladouceur, Pro-Mayor of Mansfield. You need a mic, Mrs.
We need a meeting of the PPJ, please, to fix up all of them.
Okay, thanks for the info. C'est Christ. C'est Gary. Okay. So the resolution and nobody opposed, and it's carried. Point 17, management of territory, and Monsieur Jason Durand.
Merci, Sandra. Okay, extension of the agreement on flood zone. So this is regarding the mapping of the flood zone for the Ottawa region itself. Prolongation d'une entente concernant la cartographie de la zone inondable pour l'Outaouais. Donc, un autre mot, c'est une résolution là, qui autorise soit Mme Toller ou Mme Kim Lesage à signer l'avenant numéro 4. Donc, in other words, it's a resolution that authorizes Mrs. Toller or Kim Lesage to sign this addendum number 4.
Any questions? So I need somebody to move this resolution, and Mayor Lynn Cameron. All those in favors? Opposed and carried. Point 17.2, Jason Durand.
Oui, donc projet pilote concernant la collection là, des plastiques agricoles. Donc, this is regarding the pilot project for recovery of agriculture plastic. Donc, suite au changement au niveau de la direction, encore au sein de la MRC, on a besoin d'une résolution qui autorise Mme Kim Lesage à tout signer tout document en lien avec ce projet. Donc, due to the changes in the direction, we must have a resolution that authorizes Kim Lesage to sign all documents regarding this project. So, by the way, just to let you know, this project is going very well. As you know, there's at least 27 agriculture producers that received this. The press have used it, and there's at least around 15 tons of plastic that was transported at Modix in La Chute to be recycled. Donc, comme je dis en anglais, 27 producteurs qui ont utilisé la presse, puis on parle d'à peu près 15 tonnes de plastique qui s'est rendu là, pour être recyclé à la Chute. Résolution pour revenir aux signatures pour Kim.
I need this move, Monsieur Ladouceur, pro Mayor of Mansfield. And point. Oh, sorry.
This would include the plastic that wraps bales, other types of plastic? Or? Yes, but
it's mostly the agriculture one, the press for the ones that comes from the bales, actually.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Eric Campbell suggested that 20 years ago. I'm very glad that it's being enacted now.
Yeah, across the Pontiac, like these producers. So like I say, it's Thierry actually, which is the coordinator of this project. I mean, he's always solicited usually from new producers to try to have this. So we're going further when it comes to this. It's a good thing for sure. Thank you, everybody. Merci, bonsoir.
See ya. Who had approved this? Gary? And I'll just say my favorite words. All those in favor? Opposed? And carried. So point 18 is divers, and you can say the English word, Kim, please.
Miscellaneous.
I know when to stop. I don't have nothing, you neither, so I'll just for information. And I think everyone's favorite point, closing. So closing the meeting, and Ms. Mayor Gagnon, moved by Mayor Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed and carried. Thank you, everyone.